Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Line. I'm your host, Mr. Valerie. And not today, devil. Just not this year. Remember, no more in 24. No more problems, no more worries, no more limits, no more sorrows. Just no more in 24 because God shall show up in a mighty way on your behalf. Now, you know, you look in all the stores, you look online, and they're saying, new things you got to have 24, the summer things you have to have for 24. They just putting it out there, the things they want you to buy for 24. You must have this. Like you can't exist without it, or something drastic is gonna happen if you don't buy the new trench coat, or something drastic is gonna happen if you don't buy the new iPod. So they are pushing these things forward. So now I was thinking along those lines. So anyhow, everybody that has been following me for a while knows that I love me some game shows and I love me some cooking competitions and things of that nature. So I was thinking, and so in cooking, they say, oh, well, there's the Holy Trinity. So in the Southern cooking world and in the Creole cooking world, they have the Holy Trinity. And that consists of, you got to have your bell peppers, your onion, and your celery. And then in the Italian cooking world, you got to have your onion and your celery and your carrots. And they call these the Holy Trinity because they blend together and they just bring out all the flavor and all the aroma, and they just make the food just so, funky delicious. They call these the Holy Trinity. So I was thinking, okay, what must I have? Since all of these things, is I must have. And when you're cooking these type of cuisines, these are the three things that you must have to make your food pop and bring out all the in your mouth. So I was thinking, well, what must I really have? Let me, not just what I want, but something I must have. And I began to think, and I said, you know what? Not just for this year, but I must have these things for my life. And if you're honest and really want to live and not just exist, you also must have these things. So the first thought that came to my mind was, I must have faith. I must have faith because I have to have faith in order to believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and that He died and that He rose on my behalf to cover my sins and take away my sin. So I must have faith. And it says, without faith, it's impossible to please God. And we say, what is faith? It says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it's not enough just to believe. I really cringe when I hear people say, oh yeah, I'm a believer. Why do I cringe? Because the devil believes. But he didn't have no faith and he can't have it. But he knows what God is capable of. He knows what Jesus is capable of. He knows what the Holy Spirit is capable of. But he don't have that faith to believe, that he's going to work. See, that's the advantage that we have over the devil. We have that faith to know that, hey, what the word says is true. I have to have that faith to bring it to pass. See, he just believed, and then, he lied to himself. because he's the father of lies. He lied to himself. See, that's what happened when he was up there, boasting about what he was going to do. He lied to himself and thought he was the great. But we have to have faith. So I must have faith, not just for 2024, but for my life. For the entirety of my life, I have to have faith in God, to believe that He sent His only begotten Son to redeem me back unto Him. So I have to have it. It's not an if and buts about it. I have to have faith. Then the second thing I thought about, well, if I have to have faith, what else do I need? My faith has to bring forth salvation. Because, sense in me having faith to believe that Jesus died for me and not say, okay, Lord, save me. I want you to redeem me. You came for this purpose. Yes, I have faith enough to believe it, but you have to take it to the next step. You must confess this. And you must ask Him to save your soul, to come into your heart. So He's not just going to go guard His way and say, oh yeah, well, I'm going to save you. You know how sometimes we just go save somebody, but that person don't want to be saved. And in the first place, we cannot save them. We can direct them. We can lead them. We can guide them to Jesus. But we can't save them. So I must have salvation. It can only be obtained by and through Jesus. Because He's the only one shed His redeeming blood. My blood won't get you there. Your blood ain't going to get nobody there. Why? Because our blood was tainted. As they said, it's man-made. Our blood is man-made. Everything is man-made. So our blood is man-made. So we do not have the power and that authority to redeem anyone's soul. We cannot wash away nobody's sins. So I have to come to Jesus and ask Him for salvation. I must have faith, which leads to salvation. And then, after that, I must follow on. I got to follow on. You know how you keep up with the trends and you keep up with the things and you keep up with whatever's going on in the world? I got to keep up with Jesus, because Jesus is constantly new. He's constantly bringing forth new things to evolve in this world today. Now, don't get me wrong, He's the same God today as He was yesterday, and tomorrow He changed now. But because the world is evolving, His method is evolving. It's evolving in your life. So when He delivered you back then, it's not going to be the same way that He's going to deliver you this time or the next time. Why? Because we have to grow in grace. We have to grow in faith. We go from faith to faith and glory to glory. We have to grow. So therefore, we have to follow on. I must follow on. I must have the tenacity, the determination, the fortitude to follow on after Him. This is one of my musts. I must have that. I must follow on to know the Lord. We want more of anything else. Well, we got to want more of Jesus, because there is no limit. There is no depth to Jesus. We will never fully understand all of His ways, because His ways are past our understanding. So we have to follow on. And that's my must-have, not just for 2024, but that's my must-have for the rest of my life, for the entire years that I'm on this earth. I must have faith, salvation, and the tenacity to follow on to know the Lord.